It's 6:05 p.m., April 19th. You finally made it to the couch after work. So you lay down, you put on your favorite show, you daze off. 15 minutes have gone by, 30 minutes, an hour. You just had an idea. All you start to think about is that idea. It expands, it grows, and before you know it, wait, the good part of your show just came on. So you focus on that. But then it ends. Wait, what was that idea you just had? Sound familiar? Let's back up for a sec. Listen to me. You have an incredible ability, a superpower, but everyone around you, or even your own mind, is telling you your superpower is a bad thing. Tell me if I'm wrong. There's a cult of hard work and productivity nowadays. It's mainstream. They say you won't achieve anything or do anything with your life because of your superpower. Guess what? They're wrong. You just don't know how to use it yet. Before we explain how to use lazy effectively, first we need to know what is lazy. This is the definition of lazy, and it is absolutely correct. Being lazy is a state of mind. It is a period of time when you're unwilling to work or use energy, and the problem is when you let it consume you, when you let laziness become your whole personality and trick you into never doing anything. This is bad lazy. People don't understand how to utilize laziness and turn it into good lazy. Being lazy is a state of mind, so you can leverage this period of time to dramatically improve your life. You can also direct it towards specific tasks to accomplish them faster and more efficiently, which brings us to, what could it possibly mean to be good lazy? Laziness and excess can have negative consequences, but too much of anything can have negative consequences. When done in moderation, here is what good lazy can do. And these are the most important. And here's what Bill Gates thinks. Thanks, Bill. Now, all of that is great, but how do you actually become good lazy and use it to go from a couch potato to a connoisseur of the sofa? You are going to use the Laziness Protocol is broken up into 4 components. No matter what you're doing, look for the easy way out. This probably sounds like horrible advice. It probably contradicts what your favorite athlete, business owner, or motivational Instagram page is telling you. Here's the catch. There's always 2 easy ways out. Easy way number 1, easy and poorly done. Easy way number 2, easy and effectively done. For example, you're working and your boss asks you to write 50 emails to clients by the end of the day. You could A, write out every email manually and make it custom, B, use ChatGPT to write out an email you can send out to all of the clients, or C, use ChatGPT to write out an email you can send to all clients and leave sections for customization based on their specific scenario. C is the obvious choice. It's easy, fast, and effective. This is also a form of delegation. Delegating your task to another resource or delegating your task to others puts more time in your time bank. When done properly, you're delegating tasks to those who are more suitable to that task, and thus it gets done more effectively. Choose the easy option, but make sure it's effective. Don't work hard, work smart. Conserve your energy for things that will require more brain power. In other words, be lazy. Set time aside to be lazy. And no, bedtime doesn't count. Set aside a few times of the day when you have the freedom to be lazy in whatever way you please. This downtime will give you the space you need to self-reflect, recharge, decompress, reduce stress and anxiety, and prevent burnout. If you are in the need for creative thinking or problem solving, these lazy blocks will lead to new ideas and creative solutions. The best ideas don't come from when you're working, they come when you're chilling. When you do something you like, you'll lean into being good lazy almost every time. When you do something you don't like, you'll lean into becoming bad lazy. When you hate your job, hate your major, hate your business, you're naturally going to reject it, dread it, and not want to put your energy towards that task, which will, ironically enough, drain your energy even more, all resulting in bad lazy. When you love your job, major, business, side hustle, whatever, you are going to naturally crave that stimulation, making it all the easier to be good lazy. Pick your passions and don't let them go. This is probably the most important part of all of this, the differentiator between your superpower being a superpower or a weakness. You know that feeling, when you're slumped on the couch and you kind of want to do something, kinda don't. Kinda wanna work out, but you're too comfy. Just feeling like it's okay to be a blob for the day. If you planned for this time to be like this, go for it. But if you didn't, and you probably should be doing something else, here is the lazy way to solve it. Recognize the feeling. Keep doing whatever you're doing for 15 to 30 more minutes. And then do something once that time is up. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just start getting your brain back in motion. The key is to make things easier and efficient, and embrace those lazy moments as periods of rest and recovery with intention. Laziness is a superpower meant to be called upon at certain times. Use it, and use this button too.